Hey, what is going on, you sunburnt septiles? Today we're going to be playing some games with Zapdos, Lucario. This list was originally inspired from Will Jenkins' League Cup winning list. I made a couple adjustments as I've seen fit. Got an Absol in here for the Zappy mirrors because I feel like Absol is just actually that good in the mirror matches, the Zapdos mirror match. Also really good against most of the current Pikarom lists where they have heavy Jirachi engines in there themselves. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the Absol right now. Heavy on the Zapdos. I went up to 4 Zapdos. The other lists I've seen have been running 3. I was in between 4th Nestball and 4 Zapdos, but I feel like the 4 Zapdos is a little bit better. If you play 3 Zapdos and prize one, it can get a little sketchy, especially when you miss the Sledgehammer turn, which I feel like happens pretty often actually. So I've opted for the 4 Zapdos here. And then besides that, it's pretty standard, pretty straightforward. I mean, this really is a variation of Zapdos Beast. It does have the Buzzwole, it does have the Neolago, and then you kind of just have the Lucario in here over the Zebstrika line to help you out with the Zoroark matchup in particular. It also helps in the Pikarom matchup, but like it's not really in here for the Pikarom matchup. But you can use it against Pikarom. It does it all. So yeah, Lucario GX in here is pretty nice for those matchups. Not very good in the mirror match, and not very good against Malamar. Although Malamar already being like a favored matchup, I think this brings it down to maybe like a 50-50 to slightly unfavored, having the Lucario in here over something a little bit more useful in the Malamar matchup. And again, not super good against the mirror match as well. Although you could find moments to use in the mirror match, but yeah, not consistently super useful. But yeah, that's the list. Let's go ahead and get into some games. Getting into that first game here. Coco Start going first. Got an skateboard for it, got a lightning for the Zap guy, and a mulligan from our opponent, so everything's looking good. Blacephalon, and nope, we're playing against. Alright, Venusaur. This matchup's fine. I think it's a little bit on the rough side of things, but it's like not a bad matchup, I actually don't think. Alright, fortunately, our mulligan plus top tech were not useful cards. Alright, Jirachi's pretty cool though. He's a cool guy. So we're gonna look to pick on Shaymins early, and then kind of progress from there. I'm thinking I want the Ultra Ball here. Yeah, clear up the hand maybe a little bit. We have a Guzma, so we can already chase a Shaymin. Maybe the Shaymin gets stuck in the active anyways. Yeah, for this build of Zapdos, this matchup is definitely a little bit tougher because we don't play as many counter stadiums. Yeah, that's basically it. We don't play a lot of counter stadiums, so their stadiums will stick most of the time. We only play the one Thunderous Mountain. So one of our strategies, well, the main strategy is going to be Coco GX at some point to try and one-shot SLB Venusaur, and hopefully that's enough to close out the game. Besides that, we can go in with Lucario. Lucario is actually pretty reasonable in the matchup. I maybe should put the escape board down on the Jirachi. Yeah, I probably should put the escape board down there. It's like very unlikely that it gets removed from our opponent. Yeah, we're still chilling though. Alright, so we get here. I'm gonna start with Stellar Wish. This ball works for me. Volkner for lightning. And a skateboard. And a skateboard. Maybe a escape rope. Nah, skateboard lightning. I don't know what I was thinking there with the escape rope. Nest ball. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Riolu, I think. Yeah. I don't mind attaching to it already. Set up, ready to go. Thunderous Assault this. We're probably gonna Thunderous Assault, knock out the Marshadow. Unless they put down a Shaymin, then we'll definitely focus the Shaymin. We ideally want to try and KO 3 small things if they're gonna put it in play for us. That's a lot of lightning energy. It's like too much lightning energy in the hand right now. It's like way too much lightning energy. Yeah, try and KO 3 small things, and then transition and KO 3 big things. There's a Lele that changes stuff as well. Maybe Guzma trying to hit the Lele twice is the way to go. Depends what kind of healing they play. And see, the thing, it does depend if they're gonna put down another Shaymin or not. Like that's a big factor here. Is if they do play Field Blower. All right. So potentially I could have lost both the skateboard if I put them both down turn 1. You don't see a Field Blower very much in the Venusaur decks, I feel like, at all these days. There's the Pollen Hazard. So now we gotta make a choice. Either we can go for a 2-shot on the Lele. That'll put us at 3 prizes, and then try and 1-shot this thing eventually. Or... Huh. The decision got a lot tougher now because we lost access to Jirachi. Huh. That's a tough one. This is actually a tough one. I'm gonna go with a Lucario hit on the Lele. I think is what I want to do here. Yeah, let's try it out. I Dance of the Ancients, both these guys. That way, even if they find like an enhanced hammer or a crushing hammer, we can still potentially attack with the Lucario. That's my thought, anyways. Because we did see the crushing hammer in the mulligan on the start, so yeah, we're just gonna punch the Lele, set this up to be knocked out later on. Kind of in an awkward spot. And the reason I want to pop the Cocoa Prism there as well is because like if they go attach energy, Guzma Cocoa Prism, just knock it out. It's gonna be hard to get into the Cocoa GX potentially from there, so just taking the hit there. If they go attack us, I think we will just go for the GX through the confusion. I think it is just worth it. Hopefully sticks. If not, we'll have to come up with something new from there. There's a Plumeria. Let's see where that's gonna get rid of an energy. Like I said, that's why we wanted the extra energy. Now I can still attach lightning from hand. They are going to hit us with the Pollen Hazard. Alright, so it's 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So we would easily one-shot this thing. Unless we find a Guzma for the Lele off the top. I think we're just going to go with hitting this. Yeah, we're just going to go for the Cantankerous Beat down here. This is what you just got to kind of do sometimes. Just suck it up. Go for the flip. No good on this one. A Tails. It's going to be a rough Tails. Alright, we're not out of it yet. But that is a big hit. A big whiff from us. That might be tough to recover from. Alright, we're going to lose our Lucario here. Yeah, that one might be really tough to recover from, but you just got to kind of go for those plays. Usually, yeah, our hand was dead. We didn't really have anything to work with. Now we can pick off these 4 guys in a row, though, to close out the game. We have 3 Guzma left. They're putting down another Shaman as well. Alright, we are completely ignoring the Celebi Venusaur for the rest of the game. The game plan is knock out Lele. Knock out the 4 guys on the bench. Knock out the 4 dudes on the bench. We can do that through escape ropes, Guzmas. Yeah, alright. We're still in this game for sure. Our opponent definitely overextended their bench here for no reason. We're hoping to see some decent cards here, though. Alright, nothing decent. Gotta grab the next one. We have to get another Jirachi here so we can see more cards. Like I'm saying, still in it, but a little behind right now. Need to definitely see some Guzmas, see some escape ropes, something to give us some prizes. We just need some cards here. A Lily into an escape rope would be great. We have plenty of E-powers left, so even if they get an Aether Paradise in play, we'll still be able to clean up the Shamans. That's not a worry. That is potentially a worry sometimes, is they have the Shamans in play, but they also have Aether Paradise, which means we just can't really KO them with a Zapdos. But in this situation, it's not that big of a deal. We do have to try and draw. We have to draw a prize this next turn to be able to win the game, though, right? Oh, did we just lose based on the prize trade? They go draw a prize. We go draw 2 prizes. They go draw a prize. Yeah, we actually lose based on the prize trade. So we actually have to still look for a Cocoa GX play on this Celebi Venusaur, which is actually not that unreasonable because of the amount of energy we have in play. All right, never mind. We still have to go for the KO Celebi Venusaur with Cocoa. Plans have changed once again. Stellar Wish first. All right, take the switch. Go get another Jirachi. We really just need a draw supporter. Keep thinning out the deck a little bit and a little bit. And we just need a draw supporter, please. Oh my goodness. Alright, we can Guzma knock out the Lele. Get some cards. But then we're running out of energy in play. Man, this one's going to get tough. Let's just take it out. We need some cards. We still have the Thunder Mountain in the deck. So as long as this energy sticks in play, we can always pull off the Cocoa play. Stretcher Cynthia. Alright, we're in it. We're in it. We're in it. Alright, alright. We can also go into a Lucario into the Venusaur again and then be like, okay, if you would hit us with the Pollen Hazard, we're just going to go for the flip on the attack again. No, not ahead. So, whew. That was close. Alright, I think we should definitely just go for the Cocoa GX play here. Just go all out for it. Probably Stretcher for the Riolu. We have a Stretcher that we can get Lucario with. Yeah, we're going to go all out for the the Coco GX play here. That's 200 damage, so we need to make up 3 damage modifiers here. There's a rainbow. We can already put that in play right now. Now maybe even attack with the Nihilego if we whiff something. We can just go ahead and punch this guy for like 150. Gonna go ahead and play this. Put a Pokemon. We're just gonna go ahead and grab the Riolu. Could potentially stretch it for the Lucario later. So, comes down, play this, and then here we go. Cynthia, all in on this Cynthia pretty much. Not a good draw to be all in on a Cynthia with though. Holy moly. All right, so it's gonna be a nightcap turn then, or yeah, it's gonna be the nightcap. Not out of it yet. And this doesn't look great. Yeah, we're still chilling. We're still chilling. So let's see. We could go for the Pollen Hazard, but they played quite a few switch cards. We could GX attack, but I don't want to GX attack just because I want the option of the other GX attack. So we're gonna nightcap. I think we're just gonna go with the Solar Beam here for 180. Yeah, we have to really hope they don't remove this energy off the bench, or not heal, or just not heal too much damage off the active. But they could always GX attack. But if they GX attack, hopefully they just don't remove this energy. And then once again, we're gonna go for the same plan of, oh no. So now we need, it's 200, we need 4 damage modifier. No, we're gonna need the Thunderous Mount anyway, so we still just need 3 damage modifiers. As long as they don't put a pads on this thing. We'll see, we'll see. We're still in it, still in it. For sure. We're still for sure in the game. We only have 1 switch left, so it's not, there's no point of benching a 3rd Jirachi. Trying to think if there's anything point of benching anything else. Yeah, we just had a really big like slump draw in the middle of the game there, and that kind of took away our chances pretty heavily, I think. If it wasn't for that though, I think we would have been definitely fine, chilling. But yeah, rough at that point for sure. Yeah, 1 switch left, so 3rd Jirachi won't really do anything because we don't want to play an escape rope and force one of these up. Oh yeah, there's the Evergreen GX. They did the math. They're like, hold on, we got to do this Evergreen GX here. All right. 22 cards left in deck. Play out both of these. Hopefully top deck something useful, not useful. So Zapdos is coming down. E-Power is just being played. And then we're just going to Cynthia. Hope for the best. We need Thunderous Mountain, Coco Prism, and Coco GX. And we found none of it once again. Opponent's at 1 prize card. I think this one is just about done. Stellar Wish, no good options. Yep. Taking the L here in this first game. I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to dig for the plays. We went for the Lucario play. I think going for the Lucario play was still correct, just because our hand was so dead. But we ended up taking an L here to the Celosaur in this first game. Here, we're gonna open up the Absol because we have the escape board for it, and then yeah, unfortunately no Jirachi start, but Absol with escape board is not terrible. Not gonna bench the Buzzle yet. Might be Ultra Balling that away, and then stretching it back into the deck potentially. We'll see. There's a Blitzel. So our opponent is probably playing a Zapdos deck themselves, so the Choice Band can probably go. And the Buzzwole can probably go here. Buzzwole not particularly overly good in the mirror match, but it has its moments. Lucario also, like I mentioned in the intro, not super good in the mirror match. Ooh, they got the escape rope, super solid from our opponent here. I don't like the escape board on the Jirachi from our opponent though. It probably should have still been on the Blitzel. It's very likely. I mean, like if you see an Absol, it's usually a Lightning deck. Oh, they have second escape board. My bad, my bad. Oh, they're going all out here. Getting rid of everything. Weakness policy, so it is a Pikarom deck. So never mind Lucario. Back on the menu in this one. So it's a Pikarom deck with a 1/1 Zebstrika. Things have changed. Interesting that they would go right for the Lele. If I was them, I would have Stellar Wish to check for a Lily first, and before I committed Lele for Lily, because you don't ever really want to put a Lele in play, ever. It's like never good. There's never a time where you're like, you know what, I want to put a Tapu Lele in play. But that's never a thing. No one ever wants Tapu Lele in play. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, Stellar Wish. Guzma for our opponent. Not going to do anything early on. There's another Jirachi, but no attackers so far set up for our opponent. It looks like they might be retreating. Oh, they can't retreat into that Jirachi though because of the Absol. So it looks like they might be wanting to retreat into that one, but can't do that. So escape board, Ultra Ball away. Could completely thin out the hand. I guess I'm kind of fine with that. I kind of want to save the stretcher for like Riolu's and stuff, but I want to definitely keep the Buzzwole as well. So I could like Ultra Ball away Choice Band Cynthia. Could go with get rid of Buzzwole, get rid of Cynthia, stretcher for Buzzwole, attach Choice Band to Buzzwole, get a little Zapdos Lily for 8. I guess that's like a little bit better, I think. 1/1 Lucario in the deck, 1 Zappy prized. Looking fine. 2 energy prize. Alright, so I'm kind of glad I went for the... I'm going for the Lily for 8 strategy here because kind of prize a lot of... Or 2 energy being prized is kind of a lot actually when we're looking for it on our first turn. Here we go. Alright, we found one, so we're chilling. Also found a Jirachi, which is super cool. Alright, so we're chilling for the first couple turns. Nothing too bad gonna happen, I don't think. We could bench second Jirachi. I'm actually gonna bench second Jirachi. Just in case our opponent has Zapdos of their own plus Guzma. If I bench 1 Jirachi, they're gonna go after it. If I bench 2, a little bit harder for them to go after it. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bench the second Jirachi here. Make it a little bit harder for our opponent to do just that. Just the Guzma knock out our Jirachi and kind of take our Jirachi offense off the board. So we're, yeah, bench the second Jirachi there. And then see where it goes from here. Nest Ball. We'll see what their early game plan is finally going to be. Probably no attackers on their board yet, besides the Zebstrika, which actually is like a reasonable attacker in this matchup. It does KO Zapdos. Alright, so there's an Eevee. So they are going to be going into the Jolteon route off the start here. There's a Volkner. If I had to assume, it would be for a switch plus Lightning Energy. Well, Lightning Energy for sure. And then either for a switch or an E-Power, depending on if they have one of those in hand, which they probably do. Oh, he's going for the weakness policy. Weakness policy plus lightning. So they either have a switch. I guess they also have access to sprint as well. Or they have the escape rope. Alright. We have a switch of our own. Absol, they would do 32. Jirachi, they're probably only going to do 32. I think I'm just going to send up the Jirachi here. See what our opponent ends up doing. They forgot to use their Stellar Wish before escape roping. Yeah, I don't think they're going to double E-Power our Jirachi here. And I think I'd even be fine if they single E-Powered it, so. And now I get to get the use of the Stellar Wish off, which is kind of cool. Yeah, but we'll see what they fully have here. I think I might just go for... I guess I kind of want to deal with this, so I could just switch plus hit plus play Lily. That's fine. So let's go Stellar Wish first. Skateboard, and then we'll attach this to here, switch into this one, see what's up down there. I think I'm just gonna deal with this thing. I'm just gonna hit it. Save the Guzma for after they might GX next turn if I hit it, so save the Guzma for after that. Stellar Wish again. Volkner gives us options, I guess. So I'll take the Volkner here. Lily for 2, not a whole ton, but allows us to set up plays. Oh yeah, Thunderous Assault for 80 here. And then if they do GX attack, knock us out next turn, we'll just go with like a Guzma. Oh, actually, we don't have a Lightning Energy yet, so maybe I should have Volkner. Nah, I guess we just don't have a Lightning Energy yet. Oh, we could just like Guzma punch this with Buzzwole though. That'd be fine now. Hit that for 120. Yeah, so there's the Volkner from our opponent. I expect either E-Power, knock out our active, which it looks like they might be going for, which is fine for us because then we can just respond, knock this thing out with this Zapdos. Yeah, so if they go for the E-Power knockout, we just have the response knockout with our Zapdos on the Jolteon. It looks like it is going to be the E-Power Electro Bullet, which, like I said, completely fine with this. We get to actually knock out this Jolteon. There's the Electro Bullet, and we're chilling. 30 on the buzz. Yeah, I think this one is about wrapped up. I don't see our opponent being able to walk away with this one at any point. I think we pretty much have this one locked in. Stellar Wish. Go ahead and take another Volkner, I think. Yeah. So we need 2 E-Power or the Choice Band. I think I go with the second E-Power here, right? Yeah, leave the Choice Band, because we already have Choice Band on the buzz. Yeah, we go double E-Power here for sure. Save the Choice Band in case we need it. E-Power, not the most efficient, or a little overkill on the damage from the E-Powers, but it doesn't really matter. This is fine. Thunderous Assault, knockout, 2 prize cards. We have 1 Zapdos prize, which would be nice to pull here so I don't have to Ultra Ball away stuff. And then I have access to, oh, Neolago was prize as well. We got a Riolu as well. Yeah, I haven't actually been able to utilize the Lucario because we haven't been able to really see a lot of our deck, and we've been so far ahead in this game, it actually hasn't mattered. So yeah, no utilization of the Lucario in this game. Tried to use it in the Celosaur game. But yeah, nothing there either. Alright, Stellar Wish grabs a Nest Ball. That's fine with me. There's the Coco Prism. So they're going to very much for sure be able to attack with Zeraora this turn. They are down 2 weakness policy, so I don't think they're going to have a weakness policy for it, which means that Sledgehammer is just going to be able to get the knockout on that Zeraora there. Maybe they'll have the Guzma knock out our Buzzwole, but then we actually have the response of Tapu Koko GX knock this out. Still leaves us in a really good spot, and that's definitely going to be our game plan here. Unless we top like a Rainbow Energy, in which case we'll go Volkner for Stretcher. But if not, it's going to be the Koko GX. Knock this thing out. Draw for turn. Stellar Wish first. Grab the Nest Ball. I'm going to make sure Coco Prism's in here with this Nest Ball, because I actually am not 100% sure. Hey, he's there. Alright. So we're going to retreat. Utilize this other Stellar Wish. Grab another Nest Ball here. I don't think I'm gonna Nest Ball for anything though. Oh, I only have 1. Oops, I didn't realize I had only 1 lightning in here. I mean, I guess that's not that big of a deal. I don't have another lightning to attach anyways. I have this. I thought I had 2 in there though. It's okay. We have another one here. Volkner. Can I just grab lightning? We have a Zapdos there. We have a Zapdos in deck. I don't know, maybe an E-Power, I guess. Sure. And then it's just a GX attack away. There we go. Knocking out this Zeraora. Could have also had the knockout with the Volkner for Choice Band plus an E-Power if we needed to. Didn't need to though. And our hand is stacked to be able to close out the game at this point. We have access to the Lucario plus a Rainbow Energy. Get access to just Guzma, knock out this Jirachi, or the Zebstrika. So they definitely need to disrupt our hand, and if they don't, we are definitely winning this game. So we'll see if they've got it. I guess it would have been nice to get an extra... yeah, I did think I had 2 lightning in here, so I should have checked that. It definitely would have been nice to already have a lightning on the Zapdos, just in case they do find access to a Let Loose and then disrupt our hand. But there's a concede. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they know the game is about over, and it definitely is if they don't have an out, and I don't think they do. So yeah, gonna take a dub in that one. So here, once again, not opening Jirachi. That's how we like it. Not a big fan of Jirachi. It's not a very good card. But we are gonna go ahead and search one out with this Nest Ball almost for sure immediately. Playing against a Hitmonchan deck with the Shuckle. Interesting deck. And we top decked a 3rd Rainbow to make matters worse. This deck is definitely beatable. Definitely a winnable matchup here. We can chase the Hitmonchans pretty reasonably. And then Koko GX we can use to like kind of close out the game. Yeah, so it's a fine matchup, I think, for sure. Lucario is not going to be super impressive in this one. I haven't been able to utilize that guy too much. But yeah, gonna look to just like chase Hitmonchans and eventually Koko GX and knock out the Shuckle is gonna be the game plan. So I feel this one's kind of a matter of time kind of situation. We got that Brooklet Hill, we're gonna be able to utilize that as well, get our own Buzzwole out. Can't overly utilize it, I guess, but we'll be able to use it. They're only hitting running in for 50, so that's like not that much. I would expect that this deck definitely probably plays Energy Denial. They're probably hitting running for the 50 damage, and then also like using enhanced hammers and stuff to slow down their opponent. That's what I would imagine anyways. I could be wrong. They could have some other shenanigans in here. I would also expect that they probably play stuff like Hoopa, which is definitely annoying. Stuff like Hoopa is always annoying. No one's a big fan of Hoopa. They also play the Yumu. Alright, so they got some spice in here. Alright, we're going to start with Stellar Wish. Take the Cynthia for sure. And then we're going to Volkner. I'm going to grab Lightning Energy and an E-Power. Just go ahead and take this first early knockout on the Hitmonchan. I forgot to Brooklet Hill for the Buzzwole. We should definitely just go ahead and do that. As long as it's here. We could also get the Lucario. Actually, I think I am gonna grab a Riolu here. Leave that as an option. Bench this guy. Attach to this guy. E-Power. And then retreat. I'm gonna choose the Brooklet Hill when we need to get the Buzzwole. We don't need to get him yet. We actually kind of probably want to try and sit on this hand for a while. Because it does have a rainbow in it for the Buzzwole. And we're already down 2 rainbows. So definitely gonna try and sit on this hand for as long as possible. But it might not be very long. As soon as next turn we might be getting rid of this hand. So it actually might not be that long that we're actually sitting on this hand. Although ideally we'd like to sit on it for a little bit longer. They finally get an energy. They are playing the blend, so or the unit. So they are probably playing something else besides Hitmonchan in here. We know they're at least playing this guy. This I don't even know what this is, man. What is this? What is this, man? All right, there we go. 30 damage only. That's right, because Zapdos is tankier than he looks. Can currently take the knockout with what's his name? GX. I actually want to leave that energy. I'm gonna go like this. Oof, I was like, oh no, is he prized? Alright, so yeah, we're definitely just gonna go in here with the GX. We want to save this so we can actually use the GX again potentially for like another Shuckle. Boom, boom, boom. E-Power. And Cynthia, actually. I didn't even realize we could also play Cynthia on top of all of that. So we're just styling at this point on this guy. And then Sky High Claws for the knockout. That was a very good top deck right there of the E-Power. Yeah, definitely want to save the Coco. We have a stretcher left, so we can potentially actually just do this again, which would be pretty sick. We can potentially just go ahead and hit him with the... let's go anywhere on the attacking Pokemon. Okay. Yeah, so we can potentially actually pull this off again. Another Coco GX if we want to later on in the game. If we need to, is more like it actually. So that we can pull it off again and get alternate choice band. So, I guess, but that only affects GX Pokemon. So this deck is just not very good against Zapdos decks, I feel like. I attack with Zapdos and he goes hit and run for 30. So, and if we KO the Diancie, it's even less. Okay, they play Shrine as well. We don't really have a lot of bumps for Shrine, but that's fine. But yeah, once this thing finally gets knocked out, we can potentially do it again by using Coco, Dance of the Ancients, get some energy back, and then do that. So this just goes on the attacking Pokemon, so we're just going to knock that out with a Zapdos for sure. Switch into this guy. Stellar Wish. I don't know if I want to keep this hand, actually. Maybe the Ultra Ball. Can't thin out the deck here. We can go this here. Ultra Ball away Riolu, Nest Ball, Escape Board to Jirachi, and then Cynthia. Yeah, we've seen some new cards would be nice. So I guess I should have held off on the Celebration after the Cynthia. I didn't fully think that one through. I was like, everything seems cool. And then here we go. Goes on the attacking Pokemon. So this Zapdos will live with 10 HP. It will get knocked out by this Hitmonchan this turn. But yeah, that's kind of fine. We don't really care about that too much. That's part of the dealio here. We don't have access to Sledgehammer yet. We don't have access to really anything as far as an attack goes. Finding a Zapdos would be pretty nice. Actually, I don't know. Kind of depends. There's nothing really to chase with Zapdos yet. We don't have an E-Power. So we're kind of actually just, depending on what they do is what we'll do. It will like actually change how we play out our turn. Maybe even going with Lucario this next turn would be the play to go with. Yumu they get back. So actually going with Zapdos would be pretty good here, I think. As a Yumu makes his way back to the bench. Yeah, I would assume our opponent's deck is probably pretty good against stuff like Zoroark and Pikarom. But I'm not surprised that it's falling flat here against the Zapdos deck at all. There they go. Knock out my Zap guy. Might just go ahead and take this guy out. get rid of him. Deal with him while we can, for sure. Let's check the Stellar Wishes first, though. There's a switch. Now that I have access to the switch, definitely going to retreat. Another one. Volkner is definitely the way to go here. And then we could just Volkner into... Nest Ball Lightning, I guess. And then Nest Ball for a Zap guy. Take a knockout on the active. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, Thunderous Assault. Zapdos will take 60, but it's really not that big of a deal. Like I said, he can't even follow up with a knockout from the Hitmonchan. Or no, I guess he could. But that means Hitmonchan would be left in the active, which wouldn't be very good for him because then it just gets knocked out by Coco GX. But actually, if they don't knock out Coco GX, we kind of win the game anyway. So our opponent has to go Guzma, knock out Coco GX here. And then we'll look for an E-Power off the Jirachi's Guzma, knock out Hitmonchan. Or just evolve this guy, knock out the active most likely. So, yeah. Our opponent has quite the task ahead of them. We'll see if they can actually do anything to keep themselves in this game. It's going to be a tough one. And then we would also need to whiff. I guess we have the Stretcher in hand, so we could actually also go Coco, get the double lightning back if they KO our Coco, and then attach, and then we're good to go. Yeah, so there's the Guzma on the Coco GX, but like I said, it doesn't actually matter. We do have the Stretcher to bring the Coco back, so we're going to be chilling for a bit. Interesting deck from our opponent, but yeah, the Zapdos matchup is definitely not quite good enough, I don't think. For the Hitmonchan, they definitely want to play against, looking to play against Zoroark decks and Pikarom decks, and not even the Gumi is going to be enough on this one. Actually, no, not quite enough from the Gumi. We do have 2 lightning in here, right? We will after they take this knockout. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna go set up Jirachi, Guzma the Diancie, Dance the Ancient Stretcher for 1, and then attack with Coco GX once again. Whenever you're able to get off an early Coco GX like this for value, like we were able to, it's actually super nice in this deck. Oh, I guess they sent up the Diancie here. Oh, they're trying to make it as hard as possible for us to KO anything. Well, now that we got the E-Power, and actually we can just KO the Gumi anyways. So, what's it called works out fine here. The Zapdos actually works out fine here for the knockout. Here we go. Knockout Hitmonchan with Zapdos. And that's going to wrap up this one, guys. And it's going to cover my video of the Zapdos Lucario. We didn't overly use Lucario. And I guess my opinion on this deck overall is Lucario is a little bit clunky to like get out consistently, I have found. But he can have his moments against Pikarom and Zoroark. Definitely need to do some further testing with it to see how much I actually really like it or don't like it. But definitely give it a shot yourselves. If you guys like Zapdos decks or building a Zapdos deck, definitely give the Lucario a try. And that's going to do it for me for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give a like. If you've been enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Check out my Twitch live stream. Link for that in the description, as well as social media links in there as well. All that fun stuff. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.